front area in here. It's flat, right? Think of your body, it's flat. When it's flat, you barely need any stretch because it's not that curve where the fabric will be getting loose, right? So here is flat. We barely need any stretch. But here and the crotch, imagine all these curves in here. We need a lot of stretch. That's why we did -2. So what we need to do for the front, between side seam to 2 inches up in a crotch, we will do only a small little stretch, like only 1/8 of elastic we will stretch, okay? So in here will be only 1/8 stretch. The rest will be all around. And this is a good teamwork because, and Maya and I would like to demonstrate. So now let's get around here. Okay, so, but remember how we put when we folded our garments together, our crotch moved further to the back. Remember that? So we actually have to think about this and start our stretchability 2 inches on top, above. So look at this. This is our crotch seam. We took our tailor's chalk and we put marks in here, 2 inches from the crotch towards the front. Okay, 2 inches from towards the front. That's where the flat part of the front starts. Because until this point, we still have a round crotch going on, right? So now we're placing our elastic inside. So we put this little tuck, the one is you just now stitched together, we're placing exactly where the 2 inch mark towards the front, okay? Pin it there. And then what you need to do, place your elastic, relax until the side seam on the front to the wrong side of the garment and pull 1/8. Okay, make elastic shorter than that front leg line by 1/8. And now, because look at this, my elastic is shorter. You see my front is hanging and elastic is flat, right? So what do I need to do? I would like to give one more pin in here because we would like this 1/8 to be stretched evenly, okay? Don't overpin. In this area, you only need 1 pin. It's the area where you overlock and stop, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stretch until my garment is the same amount of length as the elastic, and Maya is going to pin this elastic right through the middle of the front leg and inside of the garment, okay? Maya, let's do this. Like it. Some cheerleaders. Oh, we have cheerleaders for us.
Yeah, okay, on the inside?
Yep. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So now we have, look at this garment is loose here and loose on both sides, right? So that's fantastic. Okay, let's move to the leg line on the back. And now it's more. Look at our loose garment and look at the flat elastic. So I'm going to stretch out more, and Maya probably is going to, I would recommend for the back to do 2 pins, okay? Maybe here and here, okay? So you just have perfect area. Okay, Maya, let's go ahead and I'll stretch, just 2 pins, like 1 here and 1. Don't forget, you have to grab both lining and self, okay? That's when trimming your lining was a good thing, okay? Handy thing. If it helps, like in Maya's case, we pinned her lining to the self too. Like 1.5 inch away from the edge, okay? So you don't accidentally slip your lining.
Keep slipping.
So it keeps slipping. It's possible to do it all on your own, right? When the main thing, like when you lift your garment up, you see if your fabric is hanging loose equal amounts for each stretchability, right? If you see that somewhere barely is hanging and another area hanging a lot, right? So that's not right. But look at this. Now your fabric is hanging the right amount, right? It's giving you this round things, right? Like that, right? That's good. So that's what we want. Okay. So now what you're going to start sewing, you will start sewing from your notch in here and start sewing towards no stretch first, like the front. Okay, start sewing your front first. Okay, now next thing, I would like you to actually cut a little piece of fabric of swimwear, like a little swatch, like the same thing like we did in the past, like 5 inches, and like 5 inches of this elastic, and 2 of those elastic, 5 inches and 5 inches. Why? I want you to test 2 things. I want you to test elastic on top of your garment sew, elastic on the bottom sew. You have to see which one you like better. Usually it's like almost 50-50 students like one way or the other better, okay? Okay, so I would like you to test, and then it depends. You start here or you start like that, okay? So, but first I would like you to start with no stretch part. So move towards no stretch, because with the overlock, if you will put it under and you will start stretching right away, let's say you start in here, you have to start stretching right away, right? When you're going to be sewing, you have to stretch so your fabric and elastic are the same length. Don't stretch completely out. That's not what the purpose is. Just stretch until it's the same length, like this, right? And anytime when you're going to be sewing, start without stretch, so it's like almost a zigzag machine. Start from here, so get hold of it, and then you have to do the stretch, right? Whatever you put in here stretch, you have to do that pull on the other side, okay? So it's going to be that the easy way is grab with your hands, both pins, and like this, and just go like that, right? Like this underneath, okay? Okay, so this is very critical to start. I'm trying to save you sanity here from rethreading that machine many times. If you will start stretching right away and do not pull from the back, it will be just doing that, and then the machine goes, okay? And we have a whole semester of doing this, so I really, really recommend just anytime, start without stretch, get hold of it, and then do your stretch, okay? So, but for the leg line is good, because we have an area with no stretch. Start from there, okay? But we will have some areas, like this whole neckline will be equal stretch all around. So, okay. Okay, but test. See your elastic. You like better elastic on top of the fabric or on the bottom, okay? And also try maybe to stretch there a little bit. Get a little simple, okay? The elastic is here, so I don't care how big your swatch edge. That inside edge, right? Not this edge. You will be, think about this. Our elastic is 3/8, right? That means that you're going to be stitching somewhere between 1/4 and 3/8. The closer to this edge, the better, okay? That's why that magnet is going to really help you. You're going to be going just like this. Okay, look at this. It's a lot of looseness in here because we stretched our elastic. So what are you going to do here? You will slightly just make it flat. Do not stretch out, okay? Because you're going to weaken the seam until it's just flat. What are we watching out here for? What are the pitfalls? Pitfalls, that elastic will be loose in here. We want to make sure the main thing, the fabric, not elastic, sorry. The main thing is the fabric is snug. Fabric is snug, there's no looseness. Flatten out, so it's like that. Because if you have a lot of fabric here, let's see where mine is has like nice, hold on. Okay, let's say here, for example. If, let's say, we will fold in here, we will stretch with top stitch, but we have all this looseness in here. What happens when you release? It's going to be all this, like looseness in here. It's okay looseness when it's going to be like that, right? But it's no fabric in the edges in here, okay? So flatten out, okay? Make it snug, the fabric. And stretch only until it's nice and flat. Do not stretch out completely, just until it's like this, okay? And you're stitching it close to this edge, so the seam will be between 1/4 and 3/8. 1/4 is too little, okay? But 3/8, that means that you will be right on the edge, skipping it possibly. So don't forget, this is right side up, okay? Elastic thread goes on the bottom, okay? Okay,
Oh, and then?
so, and then,
I was just gonna say, is it?
You want to do another step?
No, no,
Oh.
no. I was just gonna ask if whenever you do that, like whenever you just stretched it out for a little bit, is it the same like that with whenever you're overlocking other pieces in the before that? Like, cause I feel like it didn't come out as good whenever I stretched it out too much. Like, does that come with everything, like all the other steps?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You will be stretching elastic with all the steps, yeah. So look at this. Look at Maya's. Let's explore. The front. This is your second leg, right? You see how you can see the difference. This was Maya's first leg, and even elastic curls a little bit up. This one is like nice and beautiful and flat. Big, just he's building that thing, that technique, right? This is beautiful. So that's exactly what we're looking for. Slight tiny bitty gathers on the front and perfect gathers on the back. That's exactly what we're looking for, okay? Beautiful. And because you were stretching elastic evenly, we got gathers even stretch. You see how evenly they're going instead of just in one spot and then nothing, okay? So that's what we're looking for, because what happens later if you stretch one leg one way, the other leg, your crotch actually will start curling like this when you will pick it up. And that's how I grade. I pick it up and I see, oh, crotch is curling. So it wasn't even amount of stretchability, okay? And you're just building the confidence and technique in this, okay? If something happens about top stitching, if you don't feel confident, that's one time you can just not to worry about this for next class, because that means that between next Thursday and Tuesday, you'll be doing a whole bunch of top stitching, okay? Just don't worry about this for now, okay? This is one thing if you just don't feel confident or you run out of elastic thread, that step, let's put it like optional, right? But we definitely have to get into finishing elastics, okay? And please work with a partner, okay? You're going to be doing elastics a lot of times this semester, okay? Make sure you return the favor back, okay? Because you just have to be holding it like this, okay? But if you top stitching, if you feel that you don't remember how to top stitch, just don't this time, okay? This is the first time doing the top stitch. I'm okay if you don't finish it, okay? That's it. But please make sure elastics are in on the leg lines, okay? Because next class we'll have to do one that goes all around here. That will be about 60 plus inches. And this one, and that one. Oh, Esther said, please, wow. Oh, no, I'm going downstairs to regroup. I